Welcome everyone, Questini here with a new campaign guide for Forgrim Garagebearer. Why a new guide? Well, because Creative Assembly with the recent hotfix have fixed one of the major issues that was affecting the dwarves in general, but especially Forgrim. In that, whenever you confederated a minor faction and you're fairly close to Zufbar, Barak Var, and Karak Azul, such that you do want to confederate them, but the problem is, if you did confederate them, the amount of grudges you need to confederate legendary lords would increase substantially. It would double. They have fixed that, so that is no longer an issue. So we now have a lot more opportunities than we did before. So here's a couple of things we're going to want to do at the beginning of this campaign. We're going to want to declare war and get the trade agreement with Karl Franz over here, declare war on Kazrak, and also declare war on Tempelhof over here in this particular campaign. Those are the only two opportunities. You could go and be a bit stupid and declare war on Wurzag. That will hurt you. So just don't do it, and yes, get the trade agreement as well as Zufbar, or maybe not. That's up to you. You could wait a bit with that. Now over here, what we're going to want is to get also the Gem Mineshaft for more trading opportunities. That's the reason you might want to wait with Zufbar. Now here, at the Pillars of Grungni, you're going to want to fight this battle. I firmly recommend fighting these battles manually because you can get more Oath Gold potentially by fighting these kind of battles manually than you would. It's not always guaranteed. Regardless, you are going to want to drink to victory. Now, there's two reasons. One, you want the control. Two, you want the experience. And three, whenever you take over a settlement, just make sure you increase mobility for both Forgrim and your engineer. But the third reason, when you take over a settlement like this and just occupy it, not loot and occupy, not sack it, nothing like that, just loot and occupy it, the duration of Gorag increases. Now, why is that happening? Make sure you get Inspiring Presence, and also knock a Red Raker, break open the casket, because you're going to want to get Requisition and Triangulation. Now, why does this happen? I'm going to get minor blasting charges and a Dwarf Warrior. The reason this happens, in particular, is because I think it's the fact that it's the first option when you take over a settlement, so the game is treating you as if you would choose the same option as you would in a land battle. Now, it would be nice to be able to drink to victory when you're occupying a settlement, and that being reflected, because you can only increase the duration when you're occupying a settlement. You still need to fight field battles in order to get the effect, so that's a bit of a downside. So that's your first turn. Second turn will be dealing with Mount Squinghorn, and then we'll go deal with Skarsnik over there. Over here on turn 3, at least if you're playing on Legendary, very hard, and yes, that very hard does matter because it affects AI behavior, Skarsnik will have taken over his initial province. Now, what do you do after this in particular? Well, what you want to do is just move Forgrim right here, and then put him in ambush stance. You're unlikely to succeed with the ambush, but you're not actually going to go for the ambush. Instead, what we're going to do is get more Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, and you also want to get either the Training Depot or the Trinket Maker. I'd probably go with the Trading Depot just for those initial grudges. Next turn, Kara Zakarak will become a higher level settlement, and we want to declare war on Skarsnik over here. So what Skarsnik will do now, and it's pretty much guaranteed. Skarsnik is over here, right? I already know that. But what he's going to do now is he's going to march to try and attack that lord, or he's going to march very, very close to that lord. Now, why is the AI doing this? Well, there's a couple of things that do dictate, okay, so we ambush Skarsnik. Okay, that apparently can happen. It is not really necessarily a high chance, and mind you, I am recording this after having played the campaign once and recorded a bunch of footage that I'll use later, where he didn't walk into this. But it doesn't matter if he walks into this or not, because he's always going to be in that position where you can take him out next turn, regardless of how this plays out. But why is the AI attacking? Well, the AI wants to go for a low priority, for easy targets. So a settlement that's a low level, a damaged settlement in particular. If you're constructing stuff or doing something in a settlement, they're going to have a higher priority in attacking it because they want to stop you from constructing stuff. Furthermore, when you have an army that's just the Lord and it's recruiting, that has a high priority in attacking it, you can certainly abuse this, as I am right here. So let's ambush the ambusher. Again, even if you fail this, it doesn't matter. By the way, that Ranger standard, it's pretty decent, especially with Strider. So let's go for it. Okay, so yeah, Skarsnik is... honestly, he's just going to be pulverized right here very, very easily. You may or may not want to send your guys in as close as possible. That's your personal decision on that subject and what you're willing to risk over here. You could let them go away and still win the battle, but it's like not necessarily the best priority. Those Gyro Bombers, though, holy shit, what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some fun, gentlemen, over here. So much for Skarsnik being worth a damn. Okay. Let's just get that. So, alright, gentlemen. That is great. So, just get this engineer. And let's send our Lord over there. Stop him from shooting, because like we obviously don't want that. And just get that Ragnarok Spider right there. Yeah, target the Ragnarok Spider with all that we have right in that particular situation, because it is freaking hilarious as hell to do it. And now let's just surround Skarsnik and just pulverize the bastard. We're gonna take some damage over there, but it's not really an issue too much. I'll be honest with you, I really don't care. Casualties don't really concern me in this situation. It might have been better had I deployed the Gyro Bombers a bit further away, but yeah, it doesn't matter. And fun fact over here, okay, we can use that. And use Thorgrim's ability right there to really nail the bastard. Okay, we got the... Like, I'm gonna take more damage here because, yeah, it would have been just better had I, like, it actually would have been better had I not ambushed him, no joke. Jeez, that's the hilarity. Like, it would have actually worked out better. Because, like, I could have then used the Gyro Bomber to just do a ton of damage before he even got into range. So not really the most ideal outcome over here, but from a damage point of view. But yeah, it's still an easy win, really, all things considered. Like, Nasty Skulker certainly do hurt a lot, though. And there's your battle. Make sure you chase them down, because you can get, like, first off, make sure you kill Skarsnik. In disable guard mode over there. Okay, let's just get the bastard. Where is that engineer? You might get away. Come on. Yeah, it's not great with the full melee army to engage Skarsnik's god blows, but victory all the same. Alright, I did win over here, and you just want to get the oath gold. As you can see that, you know, I can get 71 oath gold, though he did manage to crawl away with some units, or he was able to force march a particular army. Now, I'm just going to reload the save from another attempt to play through and just go, you know, just do this all over again. But I just wanted to show that battle against Skarsnik. Some people were like, how can you defeat Skarsnik so early on? I'm like, it's freaking easy, guys. Like, if Skarsnik is your problem in this campaign, I'm going to say it right now, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he's the least of your concerns. Well, I just literally had to reload that particular save for whatever reason. Don't ask me why that happened. Just a bit of a bizarre situation. So anyway, we're just gonna do what we've done before, though this time I'm just gonna auto-resolve. That was a weird bug. Actually, in this case, like, yeah, sometimes I do see it that you can get more gold through actually fighting a battle manually, but yeah, I don't know. I think, like, Skarsnik, one of his heroes, kind of bugged out, or something along those lines. Regardless, what we want to do here, if you're wondering about it, like, what we want to take these guys. We have enough movement range with him to just, yeah, take this particular settlement. We got the defeat rate that Skarsnik has. So what we want is set up another ambush. Yes, ambush after ambush after ambush. That is our current goal. And we want to get those gyro bombers. Gyro bomber. We want to get that engineer capability because soon enough we will get Elite Enforcer. And we're not just going to, like, the reason you want the Runesmith Fane and Engineer buildings is because you are certainly going to get all of those capacities at this all those capacities fairly early on, which is going to be a pretty substantial benefit in your particular campaign. So you don't want to level Thorgrim past this particular point. You obviously want to level him up. What should you prioritize? Personally, I would go with Thunderers at this point. So let's see, because Skarsnik does have a tendency of getting a second army by this point. That he may just decide to try and throw against me. And even if he doesn't throw it directly against me, we can just start moving towards Mount Gunbad in ambush stance in that situation. And eventually, like, just lure him in. Like, you can use Force March, you don't have to just use recruitment for that particular purpose. So I'm just going to keep a couple of units over there maybe with the Dragon Slayer. Maybe give him a couple more units so you can take the World Edge Archway very quickly over here in this particular situation, and we can just sort that out. Okay, so we can get a lot of grudges against Clan Worms, and we are going to declare war on them because we are not concerned on this subject. Now, you get this particular quest battle. You don't want to do it, but what you want to do is you want to teleport there. It's a very easy one. Like, honestly, it's really, really easy. But what we want to do is just teleport there because it will give you some vision, which can mean more money, more possibilities of earning money in a campaign situation. It might be very limited. We did, however, get vision on Skarbrand, which means we can declare war on the top knots and just get a bit of that extra money. Although, in this case, like, yeah, it seems like Skarbrand is not willing to be generous with us at all. Regardless, we don't have enough movement range to just ambush the army here. But we do have enough to set up that trap right there. So that is precisely what we're going to do. I also want more Oath Gold, so now, very soon enough, you may want to do at least one quest battle early, and let me explain. You don't need the quest battle for the sake of, let me just switch to recruitment capacity. You don't need the quest battle for the sake of, for the sake of the grudges. But you can use the quest battle for two things. One, you can use it for a ton of money, so you can recruit a lot more units faster. And two, you can use that quest battle, like he didn't get lured into that ambush situation. That's fine, that's not really a problem over there. You see that army that's right outside of settlement? We're going to attack that army. This is ideal in a lot of ways because you get another chance at Gorog over there. And you get another chance at post-battle loot that doesn't involve sacking a settlement. If you want to go for that. Angry Gods, yeah, let's go with Tribute. So our ambush here failed, even though I had the like 70 freaking % chance of succeeding there. And now we can just try and ambush him. He might run away, but I'm not really concerned on that. Actually, why did Thorgrim... That was a bit bizarre. Come on.
There's trouble about. It is
I
time.
don't... I know what I'll do. That should sort it out. So that... No. That is not ideal. Alright. Okay.
Retake the realm. Drag them.
Well... We can chase him after. So I can leave him to chase down after that, once we take the settlement. So right now we're at one turn of Gorog, so we just want to pick up this particular settlement.
The High King acts.
We don't want to recruit anything right here. Okay, that's fine. We want to get that mine sorted out.
Welcome to
And we just want to declare war on these fellows right here. Because Ungrim is always going to defeat them, so it's like... You might ignore that. It's no problem if you do. So, okay. Now, in this situation, as long as you have an engineer that might have the Zufbar guns unlocked, so we just need to spend... Like, you want the Zufbar guns, and you want the initial unit of gyro bombers, and you can trivialize this particular encounter. Oh, we lose some miners. Who gives a damn? Importantly, we got ourselves a mountain of gold that we're now going to use. Now over here, you can get a Rune Lord, or a regular Lord, or whatever you want. I'm going to go with one that has Strategist. And right now, we're just going to recruit some Quarrelers, and Global to recruit some Quarrelers. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start getting all that stuff very, very soon. Thorgrim is still not yet ranked 2. Flash Bomb is a particularly useful ability, so just make sure you use it. Over here, just get Thunder. He's going to stay in this particular area of the campaign map. I don't necessarily want more units with Thorgrim from this particular province. What I want to get here is a bunch of Quarrelers, Gyrocopters, and, you know, just get access to Iron Drakes as well. Don't have enough money for another settlement, another higher tier settlement, so I might cancel some of the recruitment right there. Pay attention to Karl Franz, because he might start a couple of wars with a couple of factions that you can take advantage of. So right here, what we ideally want, would be to get more stuff. So I'm just going to start upgrading the Pillars of Grugni to tier 2. Pretty big priority, as opposed to just another freaking Dwarf Warrior. And I don't have to worry about Skarsnik whatsoever at this point. The moment I take that last element in the Dead Rock Gap, things are sorted out here. So yeah, he's just gonna run away. Ungrim does what he does best. That's sorted out. Gonna skip ahead a couple of turns. Clan Firms is not gonna attack you easily. The reason they're not gonna attack you easily, they have nothing at the beginning, and they start a war with Karakazul. And also, you do get Cafe and Caravans. Whichever Cafe and Caravan you get, doesn't matter, but you do get that benefit.
Be sure to put your oath gold.
I do hate the advisor saying that shit, because I really don't care. Like, seriously, I do not give a damn about what the advisor is saying. I don't want to use the oath gold for that. What I want to do with oath gold is get rat poison. I don't want to use the forge. Like... It depends on how you view these kind of things, to be sure, but from my point of view on that subject, it's just better. So we're just going to force march both of these guys. And over here, we were just going to get some gyrocopters. Oh yeah, sweet, sweet gyrocopters. We can also get that Runesmith and Fane. Though I need a bit more money for them. Just pay attention to what's going on over here. We can declare war on Malagor. He's not really gonna bother us, and we can get a decent amount of money from these guys, which I can use for the Fane and Runesmith. So just a decent level of cash. Get the Fane. Get the Runesmith. And we can't get that Master Engineer just yet, but yeah, we just want some of those Gyro Bombers. Combination of Quarrelers, Gyro Bombers, and also Thunderers and Iron Drakes is really a good one. But we don't have the ability of getting Iron Drakes right now, but we will soon. Alright, so over here, the last of Skarsnik's forces have besieged the settlement. So it is going to take a bit of time to sort that all out. Now here, we can play a bit of Skaven tactics over here against the Skaven Lord. But we want to move against Clan Worms. I would not be worried too much here about like being ambushed, because again, Clan Worms does not have an army that they can use against you. So don't be too concerned about that at this particular point of your campaign. Although I think I'm going to cancel this particular building and just go somewhere else, because, yeah, screw that. Let's go with the World Edge Archway and just get an extra growth building next turn and get some more Dwarf Warriors. I haven't upgraded the skill for Dwarf Warriors in that particular army because I ain't going to use them necessarily. So we can see Barak Var is moving towards the Confederation. We can declare war on Azag, get a bit of money from that. Because while Azag certainly can be a problem, he first has to go through Ungrim in order to make that happen. Okay, so we're gonna get those units soon enough. And what we want to get here is, again, more growth. So what we're gonna do here, just to explain this, we're gonna take Mount Silverspear and sell it to the Skaven. Greenskins. And then that will accomplish a couple of things. One, it will remove a lot of the pressure that Karak Azul is facing, because what Tretch tends to do, he either declares war on you, though I've avoided it by wasting a bit of time with that Rock Gap, but he does that. He spends his time either marching against you, or marching against Emmerich, or marching against Karak Azul. I don't know what he's doing in this situation, but I obviously want to remove a lot of the pressure Karak Azul is. I can defeat Tretch directly, but why defeat Tretch directly when we can either take this element and gain a ton of grudges on ourselves, or, more importantly, just, yeah, auto-resolve this so he's finally freaking dead. Good job, good freaking riddance. Or we can take this element, sell it to the Skaven, and get a ton of money in return. That is my thinking on this subject. Okay, so that's an entire army, just as much of an army that they have. Keep in mind, it is common enough to get grudges on Clan Worms, so it would not really worry too much over there. What do we want over here? I think we want to get the refactory, but first I do need to win this particular battle. And we're just going to occupy it. Loot and occupy it, because what we want is a rebellion in Black Crag when we take that particular settlement. So any grudge issue will be resolved, and now we are rank 12, which means we can get all of this stuff. So campaign movement range, hero capacity for all 3 heroes has all been increased. So we can now also level up this particular settlement. And let's take a look at what the situation is. Problem with Barak Var, by the way, is like it's kind of tricky to get in range to be able to trade with him. Oh, he's gotten a declaration of war on the Dim Suns. Alright, we can work with that. No problem. Not an issue whatsoever. Creeping Death. Is there a war with the Lamians? So I'm not really worried too much about them either. Like, in essence, we can declare war on Skarbrand, or we can declare war on Stirland. Fuck Stirland.
Who calls? And so come the dwarves, late as usual to sour my day. Indeed.
And just get a lot of money. Like, he does have a tendency of declaring that kind of war, so we're certainly going to take advantage of that for our own benefits, and just, yeah, get all of these extra dwarf heroes, ancient, hardy. What I would recommend is conventional, because what conventional does is give you the ammunition for artillery and missile strength, so yeah, pretty damn useful, not gonna lie. get the refactory, and get the runesmith. If we need more money, we will secure it. But right now, we don't necessarily need it. Oh, well, we do, just not necessarily in, like, direct cash. Okay. Alright, so this army is just going to pull back. I'm going to get Fire... No, not Fire and Fury first. Sorry about that. We want Tradition and Innovation for him. Rune of Wrath and Ruin. We're going to give all those gyrocopters and all those and all those quarrelers to Thorgrim. Though we're not necessarily going to make sure we get Rune of Wrath and Ruin. So we got all of our heroes here. Might run out of money soon enough though. So I need some other option of getting cash. There are several. Like, you could declare war on the Changeling. Because, like, the Changeling is... Like, he'll either be wiped out by someone else. So that's just enough money to go through 2 turns. And that's what you need, by the way. You just need enough money to carry you through 2 turns. So now we just clean up Death Pass. I'll keep that Rune Lord active for a moment. Maybe give him a couple units that I might not just be able to fit in that army. Keep in mind, First Age of Reckoning is the trickiest over here. But, like, we will certainly be able to complete that. No problems whatsoever. We can also lay an ambush. A bit of a concern over there with Clan Worms, because, like, we've certainly destroyed one of their principal armies, or how much of an army they had, but they still have another one, and they can show up uninvited in the worst kind of position. But that's not really a problem. But do note, I haven't lost a single battle yet. So, okay, second quest battle. Now, again, as I've stated before, this is, like, if we just scroll down over here, so yeah, zero battles lost, so total victories, yeah, so 0 battles, 0 defeats. Now, again, same idea. We just want to get the vision right there. We don't necessarily want to do it. This one is easy, but, like, you kind of want to save it up for when you're going to need it most. Okay, so we got Karak Azul. Vision with them. What is better to confederate first? Well, that depends on who's willing to confederate and how the situation plays out. Yeah, get the non-aggression pact with them. And quite crucially, who do we have vision with? Okay, the Great Orthodoxy. We can declare war. Not on the World Walkers, let's just go, yeah, like on the World Walkers. No vision on Malachi, but that's not too important. And as you can see, Festus and the Black Pit tribe are now at war with Karl Franz. Don't worry about it. Just take the money. Use the money. By the way, don't wait until the last moment to do this, because you can also get money not just from the declarations of war, but through peace as well. Hell of a dwarven piece. Okay, so over here we just transfer all of this stuff
Lord of Clan Morgrim. I'm going.
To him. We do get a minor of blasting charges regiment right now. We're gonna use that Rune Lord to take some settlements for us. We're gonna move these heroes. You can always use Tamarkan's defeat trait to make this even easier, if you want to. Now, our Iron Drake and Thunderer production capability is up. This army could defeat a decent amount of Tretch. Okay, he's not at war with Karak Azul, but screw him all the same. And in this case, we don't want to sack it. We could take it over. And just, yeah, recruit some Dwarf Warriors. You would be surprised how much bullshit you can get away with. Okay, get Blade Master for him. And over here, what I want to do is get another one. Let's say we go with the Dwarf Lord. There's pros and cons between them, but basically, we want Thunderers. right here. Still losing a bit of money, but as long as we can go for one turn, that's fine. I could decide to ignore how things are going right there. Okay. By the way, if you want to cheese Confederation with Karak Azul, it's probably easier in some ways to just... yeah, okay. Now, I do obviously have the war over here, so I think I'm not even going to recruit right here. I could disband this entire army in point of fact. And just let them hold it. Because, like, this is not really a priority, yeah. I think I will disband this entire army. And just give it to the Greenskins. And let's see if we can give them a war with Tretch. They're not willing to. So that's a bit of buffer. Gives me a bit of time. Obviously, you know, I will have to move this army. But I can get another one. It's like, if I ever see Tretch, there's... Like, Tretch, the thing to know about Tretch is, like, regiments around, and certainly with respect to... like the Grudge army, they are quite capable of beating the the hell out of him. So I do want to give like Thorgrim, you know, some Iron Drakes, some Thunderers, and then march east before Tretch becomes a bit of a problem. I could just emergency recruit just some Dwarf Warriors over there in the east with another Demon Slayer. Or just get the one I already have. Because that settlement, tier 2 settlement garrison with certainly a lot of those heroes that I do have there and just some Dwarf Warriors, you might be shocked at how much it can actually withstand. Like, no really. Okay, so Barak Var kind of like screwing me over in terms of the Confederation potential right there. But we can make it work, don't worry about it. So not really too much of a problem. We just moved this army right here. Alright, just a couple of stuff. We get Happy Populace. So right here, yeah, just get another Demon Slayer. Grimnir. Have him recruit a couple of Dwarf Warriors just for a hell of it. Like, I know it's not necessarily the most economical option, but it does work. So, okay, just keep getting these settlements to a higher level. Right here, we want more Iron Drakes, more Thunderers. We're almost here too, right there.
The runes are cast.
Okay, so...
Agreed.
The council is disappointed.
Lieutenant Occupy. Again, I want that rebellion. I'm actually just going to use those rangers. Just get some regular rangers right there.
One rug. I agree.
And look, if someone wants to ambush Thorgrim, they're welcome to try. That's all I'm going to say. So Rune of Rebirth in that situation. So if Tretch shows up over here, we will be ready. Not really a problem. Tradition and innovation, more of that over there. We will get more gyrocopters for him in due time. So we're 4 turns away from the next Age of Reckoning. Ooh, that is not good. I may have overdone it a bit. Yeah, just a bit. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, okay. Well, at least it's there, right? So it's like it shouldn't be a problem. Like, they won't attack me right now. I was actually expecting that they would show up in another settlement. I did want the rebellion, don't get me wrong on that, so for me it's perfectly fine. Oh, Ungrim, what have you done, my dude? Am I gonna have to save him? Yeah, I might have to save him. Sometimes it just happens. Malachor is attacking me? Well, I guess that's another reason to do that, I suppose. I don't want to lose Ungrim, though. So, if it ends up in the situation, okay, just ignore that. We can deal with this. We can actually tackle all of this, so not really a problem. That army may attack us now, though. No. Yeah, who gives a shit? Basically, okay. So, right here, here's what we're gonna do. We don't have enough movement range to attack, to deal with that. So we just tackle the rebellion, no problem. Bit of a nice thing that it's actually spawned here. So that's the principal army of Clan Worms. If I attack right there, they'll run away. As I said.
Casting the runes.
Okay, he stays here because we can get more rangers. We start force marching this particular army right here to help with various things here. We want to get rat poison.
Chosen.
Clan Worms is willing to surrender. Yeah, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it at all. Jade Custodians are willing to surrender. That's good. We can declare war on Lokir, and that's the money I need. Cafe and caravans, gentlemen. What do you want me to say on that? Alright, we got one more turn over here. So, what we want... Refactory. Put an ambush. Because if Tretch attacks, we want to be able to see that. Now, over here, get the obstinacy, just for that vigor benefit. And what we want to do here is just force march right here, because like they don't have, yeah, get tradition and innovation.
Send me to vengeance. Ready?
Scouting always helps as well.
Greetings. You no doubt have
Let's
a
see what we got.
request.
Oh shit. That is not good. That is not good at all. I can tackle it though. Alright, so Barakvar is not quite where we want them to be. But we're getting there. Just some rangers, just to fill up the ranks. They're also pretty decent in melee. So, yeah, just Forgrim's gonna get the Iron Drakes and Thunder, or 2 of the Iron Drakes and Thunderers. And then I'll need to form an army to go over there to deal with Azak. He's just a couple of turns away. I could obviously take my army over there to deal with him, but Ungrim is gonna slow him down at the very least. Oh, jeez. Well, I guess things do happen. Yeah, that is not uncommon at all. So, do I want to fight Warzak over here? That is a question. Okay, so he's trying to run away. The closer you are, Legend of Total War made this point, the closer you are to a target of, with underway, the easier it will be. Okay, Karakazul, you can have that bloody place. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to give them Iron Rock and form an alliance with them. Get their money too.
I suppose.
And now, we're also, we can also drag them.
Dowie from another hold arrive. 'Tis a
Not
great
Squickhorn,
day.
Carrickdrum. We can drag them. We need more diplomatic relations with them, by the way. In order to pull it off. Though, worth pointing out, we are very, very close to being able to pull up. So Azag's a couple of turns away.
Aye, let's hear what you have to say. We'll hear it before Oathcold.
Okay. So High King Authority.
Armed and ready.
We don't have to declare war. We don't have to deal with any of this, like right now.
Master of Runecraft.
All right.
What?
Grimnir is
Just
with
wait a
us.
second. And there we go. Because like now,
Feast and drink.
he shares a border with Warzag, and that's obviously going to push him to confederate with me. A series of holy battles await, gentlemen. So we got Karakazul. Where are we standing on 3,000? Okay, all very well and good. So we got the money.
My anger burns.
Okay, let's see what we
Let
got.
us begin. The axe
You certainly do love your miners with blasting charges, don't you?
It is time.
Train.
Time for a reckoning.
Okay. Fun fact, the actual... don't worry too much about this. Okay, so...
If you dare.
By the damn.
Alright. That's winnable. Easily enough.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Just get them a barracks, because they won't have one necessarily.
Thirsts for war.
Alright, so...
Retake the realms. Got Ben?
We got some problems.
Attention! I greet you with the dragon.
No, don't worry too much about it. Like, that's the thing.
Greatest of the dragon. Well, what is it?
We can work with it. Even as we're losing a ton of money,
Find your so be it.
we can certainly pull it off.
Next. It is one rag. What?
I'm glad he joined in that war, by the way.
Aluma. Legionara.
So, Drazov, I love you. Thank you, Drazov. He's dealt with the snake. The snake being, of course, Stretch. Okay, I can work with this. So, I know Azag, he is some distance away, but we really do need to get this stuff sorted out.
For a reckoning.
Okay, a series of really difficult grudges await, so I think the best thing I can do here is just give these thunderers and yeah, just get all of this, and then these guys, what they'll do is they'll take Varenka Hills back
By the grudge bearer's will.
with all of their units, and he's gonna go deal with that quest battle finally. It says heroic victory, but that's just because of the number of units. But yeah, they're not winning. I don't really give a damn like what you might think about that one. So now I get to deal with Warzag in that particular situation. What will he deal with? Queek, which is the next target.
What do you want?
Yeah, please get rid of that freaking bolt thrower. It's embarrassing that he even has a free... I think he starts with one. I'm not even joking on that. Okay, so he's gonna do his best to hold the line. And we want all of these skills because they're really good to have.
Aye.
Deadeye is great because it gives you ballistic calibration, which I do want. Fun fact, you can use ballistic calibration with gyrocopters. So, yeah, Ironbeard right there. Just best skill overall. And pick up all the way to Forge Fire. So now we can upgrade that gold mine. We'll be out of money soon, but
Summon me if you dare.
yeah, we can work with that.
And what can the
All right. So he's actually a war with Warzak as well. But yeah, you can relatively easily get... you can relatively easily get... Okay, let's just... You can relatively easily get Karak Azul. That's some pet. Do I go against Tretch? You know what, I will. Actually, yeah, Cazador can deal with freaking Tretch, so let's just disband this army. Save ourselves a bit of money. And we can deal with Queek. Like, Barak Var will delay Warzag. He's not really a priority, so I can take Karak 8 peaks at the very least, right? And, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sell some territory to Queek because I want to just buy myself a bit of time over here before I have to fight him. Also the money. Right, so... Yeah. So Cazador gets rid of all of this. And instead we switch the commandment over here to recruitment so we can get... more quarrelers, more iron drakes, all that kind of good stuff. So he gets to deal with Warzag. He gets to deal... And once Warzag is dead, that's when I'll turn against Queek. That's my fury of thinking right now. Because of the stuff we just gave Queek, it should delay him. Like, Queek does want... What are you doing? Oh... Yeah, you know, AI bias has certainly gone down by quite a bit recently, but damn. You're telling me the freaking changeling is going to try and march and take my capital? Because that's, by the way, what's the only thing he can do in this situation. Jeez, that is so freaking hilarious.
Greetings, honorable ally.
Alright, Barakvar is not necessarily in a horrible position. They actually kind of won their war, but like Warzag screwed their plans over. Okay, we get Gotrek and Felix the ability of recruiting them. Which you want to go for?
Let us begin.
Okay, what can we get? We can get a lot of regiments right now, so that's our solution right there. Alright, let's move over here. So Warzag, I ain't concerned about Warzag. Like, ignore the auto-resolve result. Obviously it's bullshit, but maybe not as much as you might think, though.
On my way.
Oh man, that is freaking hilarious. So yeah, all regiments right now recruited over here.
Let us settle.
And yeah, this will, like, all of this will defeat him.
Vengeful.
And now we can disband them. Like, yeah, you would need them for the situation, but not beyond that. Changeling. Freaking changeling, man. Jeez, that was freaking hilarious.
'Tis a great day.
I had to laugh my ass off at that notion.
Oathbound.
So obviously now we're screwing over Barakvar, but it's fine because, you know, we'll confederate them once the penalty has expired.
Yet?
No.
What? The Empire?
Alright, so Cazador, he gets to... Damn, he doesn't actually have enough movement range. Okay, it's no rush. Okay, Warzag.
What do you want? Bane of demons.
He won't have enough movement to attack us next turn. And we're just one turn away. Worth pointing this out, we're just one turn away from Grudge Seller units. So even though Azag is a hell of a fucking battle, undeniably so,
My throne seeks only.
we can do it. And in point of fact, I can even make my life a bit easier by global recruiting some Dwarf Warriors. I will admit, I did not necessarily expect Ungrim to be completely smacked to pieces. That's on me. But we can tackle it. So do I ignore that army, or No, we go for Gotrek and Felix. Let me explain something. I've gone over the strategy many times over, but as long as you have some gyrocopters, it's fine. Like, basically, that's the key. Just having some gyrocopters will make this significantly easier to pull off. And by the way, at this point, like, as far as I'm concerned, the campaign is freaking won. I'm just kind of interested in not losing a single battle by this stage. Because even if Azak wins against me, you know what? It's whatever. Like, genuinely, it is whatever from my personal perspective, because I can just recruit more shit and throw it against them. That's where I stand on that. Okay, so Forgrim, not Fire and Fury, Grim, no, Tradition and Innovation. So use those gyrocopters.
It is time.
And get the speed, the Sapper benefit.
To war.
Scarred Veteran for extra HP.
Throw banners.
Wardbreaker and Rune of Hearth and Home for the Vigor benefit. And of course some training as well. Alright, so we're getting this to tier 3.
Doom Chaser.
And again, like, I could have possibly recruited Fury Regiments right now just to have, more for Azak, but it might surprise you to find out that Azak's not gonna do as well as you think. Unless he literally attacks this turn. I was kind of hoping he would spend more time dealing with Ungrim, but apparently not. So anyway, Cazador is just going to build up stuff. You might think that attacking Tretch would piss off Queek, but not really. Okay, so that army is in position, but he doesn't have the movement to attack right there. Or he might. I think if he had the movement to attack, he would have attacked, right? So that would be my personal perspective. Barakvar, yeah, kind of a bit of a problem right there for them, but I'll deal with that, no worries. How will I deal with it? Age of Reckoning is over, gentlemen. So we can go deal with that Age of Reckoning. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, seriously, this is freaking amazing. Okay. It's not really a problem. And look, likely I'll lose the settlement. Who cares? Essentially, who gives a shit? More or less. Like seriously, it's like it would have been just the nice the nice benefit, right, of not losing a single battle. But like, I don't really care that much. It's just that side benefit, right? Oh, we got free recruitment, so that's okay. Okay, that's another quest battle, but I kind of want to leave that for later. I know he's going to lose that, so we just go deal with Wurzak here. We've set up a nice, lovely ambush. And we can go just conquer all of Wurzak and then turn around and just beat the living hell out of... And the fun thing, the hilarious part, yeah, like, even if I lose that battle, and likely I will, but even if I lose this, it's like, okay, I lose the battle, I'll literally recruit my heroes next turn, no problem. And even if I lose the entire province, I don't care. Because Ungrim didn't lose Carcadrin, so I achieved a spectacular deflection, if you will, over there. So that army, this army right here, may decide that they want to go through these guys, and yeah, the Trollhammer torpedo. Getting an army with one Trollhammer torpedo is powerful. Getting an army with two Trollhammer torpedoes is a game changer. I don't know if I want to get them for this army though. So let's switch to growth, because we don't need that anymore. We can just... I kind of want to be careful there. We can pick up some Quarrelers. Hell of a campaign. Of course, in your campaign, Azak might lose to Ungrim, which is actually a much easier situation. But yeah, declaring war... That was not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Learn a lesson from this mistake, gentlemen. Okay. Just learn a lesson from that failure. Oh, that's on me. What the hell was I doing there? Okay, but just learn a lesson from my mistake there. Do not ever ally Karak Azul or Barak Var, because that does tend to happen. Like, they're weak factions, so you allying them actually screws you over significantly, because it just means that every war they'll get involved in, you'll get involved in. I could disband this army. Whatever, right? It's like, fine. I know, it's not like I would have lost that battle. Ooh, what an army. Not really. Yeah, trying to ambush Thorgrim when he has Skarsnik's defeat rate is a really dicey proposition, I gotta tell you. Queek, attacking. I mean, I'm surprised Azak hasn't attacked just yet. He's giving me a ton of time to just beat the living daylight out of him.
As long as we walk.
So yeah, Ungrim can now go deal with this situation. He can attack Karak Azul, to be sure, but the AI does have, like, this is the thing that screws over the AI. The AI does have this tendency of never attacking a element instantly. And it's actually incredibly harmful to them because, you know, if they literally just marched in and freaking attacked, they could destroy you. But because they don't, and they instead prefer to put you under siege, it genuinely screws them over in a very substantial way. Also, yeah, like, look back at the Skarsnik defeat trade. Which one was it? You get that ambush defense chance, and Ungrim's already hard enough to ambush. Like, we don't know what the ambush success chance is, but, like, in the open field like that, it's... Like, okay, they probably had, like, a 30 or 20% ambush success chance. Davia 40 will help. For him, you want to get Stubborn Defiance, because it's just that good. Get the replenishment. And Thunder right here. I know, cheesing a bit with that auto-resolve right there, but it's like, whatever. I mean, even if I had lost that entire armory, wouldn't have made a freaking difference over here with it. So, hi King Khalida. So what about the financial situation that I got dealing with here? It's kind of whatever, really. Like, genuinely, it's kind of like whatever. Because, yeah. Kastaltin delivers. And if not Kastaltin, and if you don't, and you always can get vision with Kastaltin, but if not Kastaltin, you know, there's the Empire, who are likely going to end up in a war with X, Y, and Z. You can also go with, I'm not sure I would go for Averheim, I'll be honest with you, but you can. Maybe we get another Changeling situation where it's like they literally march their freaking army for a lot of enemy territory. Because the Changeling isn't at war with anyone else at this point. It's just a hilarious situation. Right there. But what happens now? You might ask. Well, we got 2 turns, so I'll just see those turns through, right? So I'll just skip ahead 2 turns, but the obvious outcome is we confederate freaking Barak Var, right? But yeah, just be careful with the military alliances, learn the lesson. I should have learned 10 freaking playthroughs again. No, maybe like 30. Because yeah, this has happened. This is not the first rodeo. So here, weirdly enough, after many turns of siege, Azak just sat there and did nothing, allowing me to completely obliterate him. Because, yeah, well, I guess he didn't attack because we had the heroes and the garrison, so it's like weird. I mean, he just had a bunch of orc boys, and he did have the Wa, but I don't know. That war is won. Because Ungrim is coming. I mean, I might need to help him, but still. we can help him secure the future and prosperity of the Dwarven people. Now I know, yeah, there's an army somewhere around here. I don't know where. That war against Queek, I mean, already defeated 2 of his armies. We can confederate Barakvar, not a problem. But first, trade some stuff to them. Get money! It is incredibly beneficial.
The High King acts.
No, not enough movement range, whatever. Whatever the case.
Aye. Let's hear what you have to.
There we go. So now we just deal with Queek. Like, honestly, like, Queek is actually the most dangerous one in this situation. Because he does have an army somewhere, and I just don't know where he is. Where that particular army is. But yeah, then get underway trade caravans. If you end up in this situation, which by the way is a really bad one in numerous ways, but if you end up in this kind of situation, yeah, you might have to devote more resources. Okay, what do I do here with him? It's an interesting question.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Because we're certainly losing a lot of money from this. Like, I suppose the best way to handle all of this would be to just, yeah, get rid of all of these guys. Just get the artillery. Actually, do I even need the artillery? No, I do not. Get rid of these guys minus the slayers. The income is sorted out. And after this point, next target would be Zufbar.
Aye. Let's hear what you have to say. We'll hear it. Fine.
Seems like they're losing against Vlad, though.
Make your proposal. Yes.
And in terms of confederation, get Grombrindle. Quite seriously. If he's doing well.
How can I help? Our enemies shall tremble.
Armed and ready.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So wait, did Grombrindle go? You might have. And now we can beat the crap out of Malekith. As it should be.
Casting the runes. I'm leaving.
But yeah, you're gonna have to make some difficult decisions with respect to your financial situation, but like, in confederating both Karak-Azul, like, it's kind of funny, because you can confederate Karak-Azul or Barakvar, and then just immediately get the Legendary Lord. But that's about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is about it. And we can even cheese things over here, because he obviously hates us.
Fine.
And declare war on him.
You dare.
I do dare. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? We can sell Barakvar, by the way, to Scrag.
Ready? The runes are cast.
But income problems are certainly, yeah,
My axe thirsts.
that is certainly an issue. We don't have, damn,
The Celestial. You have the honor.
bit of money for a trade, but nowhere near enough.
This action does. I am ready.
The goddess will.
And she's at war with Forik too, so yeah, GG.
Malekith.
But yeah, this would take some doing, but keep in mind something kind of important here. Grombrindle, he has his own quest battles. So just give him the Master Rune of Spite. So he has his own quest battle. So when you get him, especially if he's this low level, when you do get him, you will be able to get a lot of gold through that and a lot of grudges. So your second Age of Reckoning will be trivialized as well. And now all we need to do is just make sure Azak gets destroyed and Blywater gets destroyed, and that's even more grudges. Pretty good.
The ancestors agree.
Bit of a weird thing to be besieged for so many turns by him. Also, Karakazul, it might find itself under attack, but yeah. The garrison settlement should be able to hold up. If it's just clan rats, right? I don't know where his third army is. He might have retreated to Valea Sorrow. I have no clue. I have no freaking clue.
Sig.
Amethyst.
All right.
Alright.
Sire, the
Questine signing out.
arcane
Don't forget
currents
to subscribe,
flow
like, and
strong
enable
anything
notifications,
that
and
is.
stay tuned for more.
By approval.
This is how you play Thorgrim. When you can Confederate Karakazul and Barakvar without penalties. Stay tuned for more.